Hello, welcome everyone. Welcome. Thank you for joining us tonight at the Dollhouse for another episode of Beyond the NFT. For those of you joining, unfortunately, our guest tonight, Kobe Carrot, couldn't make it because he had to deal with a bad water leak in his house. So he's over there, getting it all patched up and making sure that the HOA abides by the contracts and whatnot. And our boy will be joining us next week for Beyond the NFT. Um, so if anyone that is here would like to come up, come join us in the community building Decentraland stage voice chat, you're more than welcome to. Just request to come up to speak, and yeah, we'll have a chat here. Currently, right now, we have our very, very loving community member, One Existence, here on stage with us tonight. How are you doing, One Exist?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Uh,
Didn't want to leave you hanging here with your guest having to cancel last minute. That sucks.
yeah, but hey, as I kind of like mentioned to him, like because he was feeling really bad, I said
Oh,
like when life happens, you need it's a time to readjust and move forward, right? So
exactly. But I know he's all pumped and hyped to talk about his kid,
yes,
at least one thing. So that's
yes.
too bad.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
definitely next week. That next week he will be here, and I am definitely going to bring up. I'm just gonna call him by his first name, Eric. uh, so
You know more.
go ahead.
I, I said you know more than I do. I just know he's been talking about him, and he played us a little bit of one of his songs. So
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. Yep. I've popped into some spaces with him, and yeah, like they're both good individuals in the space, like trying to make something of their own. So we all have to applaud that. Um,
yep, exactly.
just a few shout outs. I did see Love Louie just jump in with his penguin backpack, rocking his KJ or low poly model smart shoes. What a savage. Mad love to you, man. I see Jim over there. I see Mary Shark. I see Poutine. Of course, we have Ting Poco on the rise. Bucktown is in the house. We have Pixelia. Kronos is in the building. Much love, Kronos. I've missed you. Blease is here. And if I missed anyone, oh, I see Derek and Toxic Waifu over there, as well as Crazy Lag. Just always humbled to see our community members here. It is truly a blessing.
Every I'm sorry. Every
No,
time you
go
do
ahead.
that, it reminds me of it was like a kindergarten or elementary school show back home in the Midwest. It was a Midwest thing, and it was called Romper Room. And
Hmm.
this lady would hold this mirror and say something about romper stomper, blah 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 blah, and then the magic mirror would show all the faces of these kids, and she'd call up, I see so and so and so and so and so and so.
I love it. Okay. So that's the part. Because like sometimes when I'm like doing these intros and stuff like that, I feel like I go back to like my middle school days. I used to have this vice principal called Mr. Joyce, and so like when we all went to lunch, he would be standing up on the stage with his microphone and then just like, be walking back and forth like, "All right, group A, it's time for you to get up and get your nutritious lunch." Like it would go like talk show status. And so I feel like there might be a little bit of Mr. Joyce ingrained in what I may do after 3 years of watching him. Uh, so one exists. What have you been up to since you last joined us here on Beyond the NFT?
Ooh. Um, a lot of this, a lot of that, but still exploring the metaverses. Been going back and forth with DCL on their web builder. I, for some reason, have problems with it, but I keep chucking at it. Somebody, I was given a plot of land to use for a while, so I've been experimenting with one parcel build, which, that's all I can say. not a fun task to do, especially on my background in 3D construction. So I'm using the web builder. I don't know anything about SDK 7. I've dabbled, but
but in other words, like, I mean, you're dabbling, but you're also learning. I mean, if there isn't a better way to kind of learn of the Decentraland limitations, and what you can do is, like, building with one parcel, like, that is going to kind of show you a lot of things and bring a lot of things into perspective of, like, what goes into building a Decentraland scene. Do you feel like, taking that initial approach with that one parcel may help you for when you decide to like, let's say, build on your name on your DCO world?
well, so last year I did say it was my year to learn to build, which I have done. This year I need to hone my skills. So yes, and I've been playing with this parcel, but I play with some of the world names as well, because you have so much more to work with. And of course, the last slice is creating the in-world builder tool, which I was fortunate. I was actually the very first one that they gave access to early on in testing, and they have a contest coming up actually here starting on February 8th for an in-world builder contest. So I'm excited to see how much more they've added to it, because I haven't been in there for a while, but it had great potential, I thought. But yeah, I get a lot of frustration with this one parcel.
Yeah.
I'll say this: I can't see. Half my walls disappear if I build out to the edge of the parcel. When I go to look or go in world, they're not there.
Interesting.
So I'm trying to figure out that issue first. Which I've been in contact with the Decentraland support for like a continuous support ticket open for the last 6 months, I think.
I see. So it's ongoing. It's an ongoing conversation, a very long ongoing conversation between support and.
Unfortunately, because new things just keep coming up.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, the development, Foundation is, since the new CEO took helm, Yamel, there have been a lot of updates, features to come, and everything. Sometimes I wonder if I'm like, I get very excited for the features and whatnot, but then, like, the part that I feel like I fail to kind of recollect is how, like, the platform may not work as intended soon after these updates are made. So, like, sometimes I become a little critical.
I began to realize, I don't know if you recall when people would meet up, because I know I was with Queen Pammy and we went to a location. We're in the same realm. She could see, or I could see her, but she couldn't see me, or something, vice versa, like that. We would both be there, but only one of us saw the other.
Oh.
It was so bizarre. It was really bizarre. One of the most bizarre ones. But stuff like that, anytime something like that starts happening, it's always within a day or two later, you find out that they just pushed through an upgrade.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it's kind of like how at at work when they say they're getting this new equipment or they're going to do this new procedure and it's going to make your job easier, and it never does, or at least it takes a while before it actually does what it's supposed to do.
Yes, it,
Um,
it just takes a, what is it called? Just optimizing a little bit and, finding the
exactly.
buggies. I
So
see.
yeah, anytime there's the emote problems, that means they probably put through an update. Anytime people start bitching, complaining about something, a new issue, it's probably because an update has come through.
Yep, yep.
It
Uh,
so
the finer nuances of Decentraland, yes. Let's see. I see Jay has made it up here. Welcome, Jay. Thank you for joining us tonight.
idea.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's up, DCL fam? How we all doing tonight?
We doing good. We doing good. Here for another Beyond the NFT. Guest couldn't make it today, but we're still out here. We're this is a good time to kind of like just catch up with some friends, have a conversation, and yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
show,
go ahead.
a reunion show. We
Exactly.
bring back the past guests like myself and Jay.
Yep,
Hey,
exactly.
yep.
So, awesome, awesome.
So I guess same question for you, Jay. What have you been up to since you were last on Beyond the NFT?
Oof. When was I on last? That was like November, right? Around that time,
Around.
November, October, around that time. Yeah.
Hmm.
So, uh, well, I recently got back into cutting hair again. So I'm not sure if anybody knows that I used to barber pretty much throughout my 20s and early 30s. Actually, even as a teenager, that was my job in high school. I was cutting hair, and at the same time, I was training to fight. So it was kind of like the way I would make money because fighting doesn't pay. So that was like my full time, part time job. So I got back into it since I moved out to Vegas because I figured I'd start working again. I want to get back on the floor and start building a community here as well physically, just like we do in the Central Land and in the NFC world. So I started getting back into cutting hair, but I had more time. I have more time, and I don't have like any clients here. I am building clientele, but I started getting into more longer style haircuts and female haircuts. So I'm getting training doing that as well. So I'm doing that part time. I'm training more often now. I'm back at the gym. I'm connecting with different people in the MMA world. Um, and also, as of recent, we are actually in the talks with Valentina and Alfredo, the two fighters that we work with from Chile, that we're gonna possibly open up a Booktown location in Chile. So
No
we can,
way.
yeah. So that's in the works right now. Then it would be great to offer kids and youth students, the same program that we give in New Jersey. So I know that like Chile right now has an issue with teenagers and younger kids getting into trouble, and the crime rate is up in their city.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully we can open up a facility where some of these, it's hard to save everybody, but maybe one or two or a few kids would get off the streets and come into the gym to train. So we're working on partnering with their gym to open up a program there.
That that
So
that is big news, bro. I mean, like, congratulations on like just even starting these conversations, and the foresight to even kind of like, you know, have this idea come to you. So what would be some details like about like your daily life? What would change if a gym were to open in Chile? Will you be traveling there more often?
um Yeah, considering there's you don't need a visa or anything, so it's easy to travel in and out. I would probably travel there more often. I've never been there before. Place looks beautiful. I'd definitely love to visit, especially in the city that they're in. But if we opened up a facility there, it would be Valentina, and I think most of the time because Valentina is training on her fighting career, where Alfredo is a coach at the facility already. So if we opened up the program, he would be the head coach there. So he would be the head coach there, and a couple of his other, I think a couple of his students, his assistant coaches would be helping him as well, just develop the program. So we're
Mhm.
gonna try to start it. I don't know. We just started talking about it a week ago, so it's in the works. If nothing's final. I don't want to like say anything yet, but that's what we've been trying to work on. So if that happens, then yeah, happy. I would definitely love to go out there. And probably stay for a nice chunk of time. But we'll see when the time comes, and we're gonna try to take our time with it, and
Mhm.
hopefully it goes through.
Nice. And
Yeah.
as far as um, Valentina and what is the other fighter? Alfredo. Valentina and Alfredo go. Do they have any scheduled fights in the future yet?
Yes, they're working on, I believe, both of them for April. Uh, they're going to be on a fight card in Brazil. I forgot the name of the federation, so I don't want to say anything because I might say the wrong name, but they are working on getting onto a fight card in Brazil. And after this fight, um, hopefully they're Valentina, especially. Hopefully we're trying to get her into the UFC. So if she gets the call before the April fight, then then we're going to the UFC. But if not, then we're going to fight in Brazil. So whichever one comes first. But in the meantime, we're not just going to sit back and have her just wait around. She still wants to compete. So
Hmm.
we're going to keep her active, and just in case the call doesn't come through, then we're going to keep her active until she does get that call.
Yep, yep. Which she will. She will. I became a Valentina fan that Saturday morning when
Hmm.
oh man, that was awesome to watch. It was I really feel like she could be champion one day. When
Yeah.
whenever I messaged Canessa about like just trying to get like just try to gather all of us together to watch Valentina and Alfredo's fight. I when I was sharing with Canessa, first thing I did was I sent her a the poster that you had made, and I told her I'm like she's gonna be champion one day.
Hopefully, that's the plan. Like she has the it factor. We talked about that on the show the last time. She has that it factor, and hopefully she can get to that big stage and make it high in the ranks. She is she's pretty highly ranked in in Latin America and Chile, even in the female MMA scene as well at her weight class. So that should be something that that UFC could notice, and they'll pick her up. Hopefully, that's I think she has a good shot for sure, and definitely believe in her. She trains hard, she works hard, she's so inspiring, especially to other female athletes. It's quite inspiring to see her train all the time and really put in that work, and she's a sweetheart, right? Like, and she's such a like killer in the cage, but like a super nice person off the mats, and I think that applies to a lot of fighters too, because like they know what it takes, and they're role models, and they want to be they want to do the right thing, and it's like when you get into that cage and you go toe to toe with people, your life kind of changes outside of the mat. So much respect to her, and I really thank you for supporting her and believing in her, because we do too, man. And the more support, the better for these young athletes.
Yep. Most definitely. Right now on the shared screen, I pulled up one of your tweets of you saying that you're back in the salon. Right.
Oh man, now you're making me sweat again. Let's talk
uh,
about Valentina. Oh, go ahead.
but right here, the posted picture is
Yeah.
this like your design, something that you did? Uh,
Yeah,
it's
I
looking
did that
cool.
on Saturday. Um, uh, a girl came into the salon and said she wanted an undercut and she wanted some type of like mandala design on the undershave. So, it's been a while, and I was like, I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot. And here's the time, here's the place where I feel a little more comfortable. Like if I mess up, because I haven't, I'm a little rusty. I haven't been behind the chair in a while. I don't know these people. Like it's not like if I mess up, I'm like, oh, all right, sorry. But of course, I want to treat every customer with respect and do the best job I could. And obviously, I have some type of confidence that I can do it. But it came out pretty good. So yeah, so I trimmed her hair. She got some layers and a little shag in the front. So we undershaved the back and we did a little mandala.
I'm surprised that as like training you didn't like get one of your students and been like, hey yo, sit in this chair real quick. We gotta fix them. Just get
Yeah,
start training with them, just like making them look fresh and whatnot.
yeah, exactly. But actually, when I did visit New Jersey, I did take some of the kids I trained. I was like, "Who wants a haircut? I'll do it for free. I just have to practice again. I need to get the rest off." And like eight of them lined up, like, "Yeah, yeah, 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 yeah."
Okay,
So
okay.
yeah, so they helped me shake the rust off. But with the barbering, it was like riding a bike. It just took a little longer. It just took me a little more time to get through with it. It took a little longer, but I'm getting used to it again, and I enjoy being behind the chair and talking to people and meeting different people from around this area and listening to their stories. So I like that job. It's really cool to build a community and get to know different people, just like we do here. So
Hmm.
it's fun, man. It's definitely fun, and it's great to learn from barbering, getting into more scissor cutting and different longer hairstyles. So it's fun to learn. I have the time to learn because when I was cutting hair in New Jersey, when I owned the barber shop, I owned a salon. It was for male and female clients. But I had so many men. I had such a long list of men and men clientele that I had no time to do any longer haircuts. So my partner was doing all the longer haircuts, and I would do it all the barbering.
Hmm.
I couldn't split the time, so I had to choose one that was like barbering and fighting, or barbering and longer and Cosmo or longer hair, right? So I chose fighting.
that
And
that was a twist
yeah,
there. That
so
that was a twist.
yeah, yeah. I chose fighting. Yeah, it's funny because I don't know, like people would be I don't know, like it's odd, right? It's kind of odd if I doing hair and fighting at the same time. It's kind of different, like two different traits, right? So um, it was fun to hear people's responses growing up.
Hmm. Hmm. That's awesome.
So yeah,
And I mean,
and no, go ahead.
love to see that you're building that IRL community as well, because like someone in your position, you have a gym, and you try to spread the good word of MMA and like how to train right, how to be a good person. So like that community building is very important, and no better place to do it than at a barbershop.
Yeah, for sure, exactly. And it's cool to meet those people. And the fight community out here is fairly big. Um, well, it's well respected, I'll say. There's just like any other city. There's a lot of different gyms here. Um, but what's definitely different out here compared to where I was raised, everybody works together. Where in New Jersey, everybody's like fighting each other. So it's a little different out here. I like it where it's kind of like everybody cross trains, and that's definitely important. Especially that's in my belief system. I think it's important for us to all train together because even at the Olympic level, like in wrestling specifically, right? Like at the Olympic level. they could be, they're all training in the same mat, they're all training in the same room under the same coach, and then the next week they could be wrestling each other off for the
Mm-hmm.
Olympic seat. So
Mm-hmm.
it's at certain levels you have to understand that, like, we're all in this together, but when it's fight time, it's fight time.
Yep, yep, exactly. So, I know that you mentioned that you were like talking to different fighters, building connections and stuff like that. In my shared screen, I have someone's Twitter pulled up. Keith Barry. Have you connected with him yet?
I have not. No, we talked. We are on Twitter. Like, we connect on Twitter, but physically I haven't yet.
Mm. Because
Yeah, I haven't yet.
the reason why I pull him up is because like I feel like if there's anyone that could effectively speak with him, like and connect with Keith, it would be someone such as yourself that is in the same grind as he is, and
Yeah,
knows like his everyday life, like what his training life looks like, and understands.
yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm sure we're gonna, eventually run into each other in the physical world. Like, I know with fighters and trainers, they're busy, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
everybody's busy, especially if you have your own training regimen, especially if you're still a fighter. Like, you're pretty punctual. Like, okay, 6 a.m. run,
Mm-hmm.
9 a.m. breakfast,
Mm-hmm.
12 a.m. lifting, 4 p.m. sparring. Like, there's a strict regimen with fighters, and I understand, like, that life is busy, especially if you're training to be a fighter, and at the same time you have to work to make money, right? So
Yep.
your life is pretty stacked. And then you have family, right? Then you have regular life,
Yep.
aside from these things you like to do as a hobby. But then you have regular life. So yeah, it would be great to link up with him eventually. We are connected on Twitter. We do talk, through GMs and all the other typical stuff we do on NFT Twitter or Web3 Twitter. But I'm sure eventually we'll run into each other. Yeah, I'm still here. I'm still new here, so I'm still new here.
That's
But
dope.
yeah, it's cool. Yeah. Um. Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't mention another thing. Which I would like to mention. Because we talked about Bucktown, Chile. It's another. Uh, we might be sponsoring another team in Mexico. We work with this fighter. We haven't put him out yet because he hasn't. He just lost his contract in the PFL. I'm not going to say his name or anything like that yet
Mm-hmm.
because we didn't publicize it. But he just lost his contract in the PFL. He's a Mexican fighter. He's 18-1. He's a beast. And they cut his contract for PFL because just recently, like 2 days ago, Bellator got bought out by PFL. I'm not sure if you know those two federations, but PFL
Yep.
just bought out Bellator.
Okay.
So they cut 150 fighters from Bellator and then cut a bunch of fighters from PFL. So he had a contract with PFL to do the tournament this coming April, which is a 16-man tournament. He was entered into the tournament, and the winner gets $1 million. And $1 million in Mexico goes a long way.
Oh yeah.
So we were very excited for him to be on that card and be in the tournament. And then a couple of days ago, we just got the news that they cut him. So we're kind of working with that. And his story is very, you know, I work with fighters that I don't know that moved me somehow, right? And that just kind of touched my heart a little bit. This dude, he was maybe I forget 3-4 years ago. He was shot 5 times, so he got mugged. There's an article out there. I'll send it. I'll send it to you personally.
Mm-hmm.
He was walking into the gym. He had his gloves, his bag, and the dude started, hitting him, punching him, like trying to take his stuff. And they saw that, like, oh, this guy could fight. So he's like, he wasn't going down. So they pulled a gun out and shot him 5 times. And they, like, he was, in the hospital, pretty much thought he was dead, and came out of it thinking, like, man, this is it. But luckily he's alive, and never thought that he would get back into MMA.
Mm-hmm.
And here he is, like,
Mm-hmm.
18-1.
Yeah.
4 years later, 18-1, like.
Nuts.
So yeah, nuts. So we are looking to working with him and his fight team. Because in Mexico, it's kind of like old school boxing where they don't have teams. Everyone just kind of works out of one gym and they're coached by people.
Hmm.
So in the marketing, in the business part of MMA, when you're not part of a team, you're not
It's hard.
like it's not that yeah extreme it's extremely hard to get on a fight card, especially something like UFC or PFL, like one of the bigger stages. So it's extremely difficult to market you, like because you could be from anywhere and they're like, it doesn't give you any credibility, and it's tough. So we're looking to sponsor him and his team so it gives him more of a market so he could get on these fight cards, because the dude's 18-1. He's a beast, and no one's even looking at him because he's not part of a fight team. And like that,
Hmm.
that's to me that's like upsetting. Especially with a lot of these international fighters, they're not part of a team. They're just coached by people. So the more we could, if I could help out a team that where I think that these fighters, deserve to be on that big stage, then
Yeah.
so be it. Then we can try to, then that's what we do. We try to support these athletes, support students, and raise money for them so we can get these people, where they're supposed to be, and all that hard work doesn't get wasted.
Hmm.
Especially these international fighters, it's harder for them to get on the American platforms.
Yep. I love how Bucktown has been sponsoring and helping these international fighters help them accomplish their dreams.
Hmm.
So as far as what was his name again, the Mexican fighter? Oh wait,
Oh,
no, never mind. I'm sorry. You
Yeah,
said
yeah,
you
yeah.
you said you weren't
I
gonna
don't want to
name him.
disclose.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
I just wanted to mention that, like, I
I mean,
wonder.
I think I could. I think I could. I don't think it's a problem. It's not like his name's Naid Lopez, so you could look him up. I'll send you the article.
All right. Thank you. So
Yeah, I don't. It's not a big deal.
I wonder, kind of being in that situation, like, you mentioned that he got shot, like, not just one time, 8 times. Um, being so close to the brink of death, I wonder what that does to a fighter when they get back to the octagon, knowing that nothing that opponent can do anything to him. Like, wonder what kind of beast that breeds.
Yeah, and I'd love to talk to him more about that topic. So
Make sure to
I don't
ask him
know.
that
Yeah, those are
question
those are.
when you interview him. Make sure to ask him that question.
Yeah, maybe I could get him to come over here and talk about it if this whole thing comes through. Maybe I'll
Please
have him
do.
come on this stage.
Please do.
Maybe that may
Please
be
do.
something. Maybe that might be something we can do.
I would love to have him here.
Especially, yeah. Well, definitely if we get working with him and his team, then I would definitely I would definitely ask him to do so. Right now, like I said, we're still in the works, but if it works out, then yeah, I'd definitely try to get him on and talk about this. I dropped an article in the CBD chat. Yeah, it's not a big deal. It doesn't, like, even if we don't work with him, his story is his story, right? Like it doesn't matter.
Hmm.
His story is his story. So I shared it in the CBD chat if you want to take a look at it.
Yep, yep,
Oh, there you go.
yep. I got it pulled up right here. I mean, very, from what you have shared, very inspiring story, and I mean, I hope there are some young people looking up to him, and
Oh
yeah.
yeah, he has a whole team of young kids. Like he's 35 or 34 years old. Don't quote me, but I know he's around that age. I don't know exactly if it's 34 or 35. So he's a little older in his career, but he coaches as well, and that's what usually happens when people are kind of like in their mid 30s during their career. But he coaches his team as well. So that's the team we're trying to sponsor, him and his guys. So hopefully it works out. If it doesn't, I'm still going to be supporting him because like this guy's a beast. This guy's a beast. And it's not just Bucktown; it's all of you guys and everybody else that buys a shirt, grabs it, donates. Like it's a community. It's not just me. It's everybody that's involved. You've given me this platform to speak about it. Us making the Bucktown build and let and showing and showing the MMA fights with Valentina and Alfredo. Like that's the support, you know. It's not just Bucktown. It's all of you guys, you know. And I'll have to thank you guys for number one giving us this platform to even present these up and coming fighters, and like the support you guys give us is second to none. So I want to thank you guys
And yeah,
for real.
like you mentioned, I'm here to support any like highlight and support any fighters that you may have, that you may be sponsoring through Bucktown. Just let's just keep in contact with that, and if they are open to it, I would love to have them on this show and give them the opportunity to tell their story. That would be
Yeah.
like a blessing.
Okay. Yeah. Great. I'll definitely let them know about that because if we could do that, that'd be great. If we
Yeah,
could do that, that'd be great.
it's an option to get their name out there. Like even if it's um, here on the Central Land, this is like a group of people, community that they can meet, that they can be a part of if they wanted to. So.
Yeah, for sure, man. That'd be great. Thank you.
hmm And one exists. I'm gonna pass it back to you, my friend. Um, have you been working on any builds, metaverse related recently?
Well,
Oh,
did a little tiny. Can you hear me?
okay, now I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. I did a little tiny thing for Wellness Week, but I encountered some of my errors, so I couldn't. I was unable to make changes or add to it, but I did have a little something small up. But I've been doing most of my building lately in Nifty, which most people I'm sure out there know Nifty Island. It's and all over Twitter and every single NFT project out there, I think almost
Mm-hmm.
is a part of it, which is pretty cool too. But the building there is pretty easy,
Yep.
and I kind of like that. Um, been playing around with something called Voyage, like Void with a GE.
Mm-hmm.
That's a space station type thing. For right now, it seems more. It's kind of like how Spatial used to be a great place to showcase NFTs, but I know they have a lot more planned coming as well. And then I every once in a while I attempt to build on The Man Who Sold the World, but that one is the most decentralized one of them all I've ever come across, and that means building there is really slow. It's a goofy one. It's hard to explain. But it's on built on Ethereum, but runs on ETH Classic.
Whoa, interesting.
And I haven't figured out how entirely to bring my own stuff in. They got a small core group of people that hang out on Twitter every Sunday, so I can always go ask. But they're working on getting some videos out there on how to do some things. And then I can't build in them, but I visited a metaverse on the Chronos blockchain called Chronosphere.
Okay.
And another one that, if it goes the way I think it is, it's kind of the closest thing to what I kind of picture the metaverse being. They claim to be able to seamlessly cross over, or it doesn't matter if your platform is built on Unity, Unreal Engine, or is a DApp. Their portals, you can go from. They have a main area station, and then all these different other platforms. They have a build inside there as well with a portal that leads to theirs. and it's supposed to seamlessly transport you and your belongings, no matter if it's Unreal or Unity, which, along with blockchain crossover and stuff, has kind of been some of the setbacks for interoperability in some cases.
Yep. Yeah.
So that kind of surprised me
Nice.
on that one. So
Could you show us your voyage world? Did I say that right? I don't know if I.
yeah.
Would you like to screen share, or would you like to send me a link and I'll jump in?
Oh, either or.
Okay.
I may have to leave Decentraland, but that is okay. I can come back.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
either way. But I will send you the link as well
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'll join in with you.
once I get there.
Yeah, I've been seeing you
So,
build in
and
there. Been hoping you're enjoying your time, and I'm happy that you're leaving your digital footprint on so many different worlds, or attempting to.
I'm getting to bring my dog along too.
Yes, I did see.
So that's pretty cool. And I discovered Miguel evidently did not know about this platform, but I happened to discover that some of these Voxboard NFTs that I had
is loaded. Welcome.
Oh, fancy. I'm hearing some fancy
yeah.
noise.
Some of these Voxboard NFTs I had, like a Sherry Berry one. I have a T-Log or Goddammit one. The rock paper scissors ones that when you place them inside here, they show up as 3D.
Okay. Whoa. Like from a 2D asset to 3D, or are you referring to like how Miguel's Voxboard NFTs were kind of like 3D objects within the image, and you could like rotate them and stuff? You could like bring that into the world?
I did not. I mean, I have. What the hell's going on here? Sorry. I have other. Things that are supposed to be like 3D. Well, you know what? Maybe. Crypto Cube guy sent me a couple, but that are supposed to be 3D. But I don't think they turn out 3D in here. Some of them were really slow to load. Okay. Let me get this going here.
Yes, sir. Pixeli over here is showing me his hammer, making sure I get a good view of it.
I think I'm doing an interview with Pixelia here for Ant Radio in the near future.
No way. Ant Radio season 3 or 4? What's coming?
You have to ask him.
Oh, I will.
What is it? Oh, yeah, tell us. 3 or 4.
If you'd like,
okay,
you can.
So...
Oh, yeah, I see your link.
Now, if you create a space station, it unlocks something for me. So and one of the cool things is, and I'll show you, they had a little
Welcome, new Voyager.
They had a little quest for how Mickey. Was that you or me? Oh, that was me.
I'm logged in.
Or
there we go. One exists.
Oh. They had how the Disney Mickey Mouse thing.
Yeah.
The old time Mickey Mouse Steamboat Willie or whatever.
Steamboat Willie.
Yeah, they did a they did a little quest thing for that, and you could get different types of NFTs. Let's see if I'm going the right way.
Oh my God, you can
Am I thinking?
fly? Dude, why didn't you?
Yeah.
This should have been the first thing you said to me. What the heck? This is cool. Okay. Whoa, you're right. It is like a space station world? Like, are these all individual worlds that other people have? Or areas?
Yeah. Each person has their own space station, and depending on how they create it, I'll show you the shop. I mean, it's cheap to add. It's pretty cheap to add, and you can get some for free. But here's my Steamboat Willie thing I accumulated. Some people got actual platforms you could put outside your space station. And here's Tank Poco by Odd Job.
Oh, let's see. I know that's Cat by Odd Job. I might be in a different oh, no, I'm right here. Here's Tank Poco.
And here's the one for Sinful Meat Stick.
Yep. By any
By
chance,
Odd Job.
are we like in different like scenes, or like could we be in a world in a place together, or is this kind of
Ooh, I
like,
don't know.
because like right now I'm standing in front of the Tank Poco picture, but I don't see
And
you, and I know you're
I don't see you.
yeah, and I do see the Mew by Odd Job.
Interesting.
It
I'll have to ask them. This is the first time I've had anyone come visit that I knew was coming to visit.
This is pretty dope. I'm still flying. I don't think I'll be touching the ground ever again.
So if you want to follow me out, well, sort of follow me out this way, we'll step out into space, and I'll give you we can have an outdoor view.
All right, here. Let me pull up your.
Mine's pretty big. I got carried away with buying.
Alrighty, I'm up in the air, coming out, and above everything. Okay. Yep.
So to the right, you'll see the ones that go way up. That's unfinished.
Okay.
But if we go forward to the left, these are some of the free ones you could get after basically just creating your account and doing a few things. You can receive these for free, these platforms.
Okay. And
there's my Bike Heroes bike game.
Okay, they're your bikes. Nice.
Well, except for a couple of them sold, so I guess maybe I have to remove them.
Yo, shout out to Vipe. They've been doing good. They've been.
I know. I was very surprised I sold. And then this is here comes the Vox boards. I put them very prominently on display out here.
Okay.
Sherry Berry.
Shout out to Sherry.
Who won the MetaMask design. Rock, Paper, Scissors, which I was a host of that.
Nice use of your Vox boards. Nice.
And this is the pineapple one from the kid who runs CryptoLids.com. He has a skater cap in the Decentraland marketplace, but he is also where you can purchase Rustan's Decentraland design. I had them add some items, so now there's a T-shirt, or a hoodie, a coffee mug, or a water bottle, I think.
Okay, that's dope. Man,
sorry for interrupting you, bro. Is he Arden Rail on Twitter?
What's that?
Is he Ardent Rail on Twitter?
Yeah, Ardent Real, yes. Yes, Ardent Real, Crypto Lids. Yep.
Kick-ass kid.
That's him.
He's a dope-ass kid. Yeah, I've seen you wearing his caps. You got some from him, right?
Yes, I because well, I he and I would give him my hoodie, and he would give me some of his caps for us to each give away. But I finally decided, it's only like was 25 mana or something to buy his cap, and if you buy it, you get it for the real one. So I went ahead and did that, and he sent me a couple. And then
Nice.
when he did this T-shirt, he also did a hat. Uh, my
That's
the
the one you're wearing
EX.
on Twitter, right?
What's that?
That's the one you wore on your Twitter picture with the merch. Like
That could
I
be.
believe I saw a picture of you with the merch from Martin on Twitter.
Oh yeah. Yes. So the EX hat is mine, and then Cyclopa has some items on there too.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna tell you. He created some merch for Cyclopa. He's
Yes,
one of
yes,
my
yes.
closest like Web3 friends, and
So
I've known Arden for a while. He has this Pineapple Paws NFT project where if you buy one of his NFTs, he will donate the proceedings to skate, stuff
yes,
for
and
skaters. I don't know if you guys know
and
about this, but that this is something that like we should support. This is like a 16-year-old kid doing
I
this
know,
through web
right?
technology. It's insane.
I interviewed him. Well, when Biometa and I were doing Wearable Wednesdays and Fan Art Fridays, um, Ardent came on the show, but he didn't want to talk. But he had written out, because we did ask people if they don't want to speak to please write something out for us and we will read it for you,
Yeah.
which most people really didn't. But he really took the time and wrote this out. And I was the one to read it. And I didn't get very far into it before I started to get choked up because
Now,
he was,
look, I gotta tell you, like the kid is like his heart, his mind, his train of thought, everything is in the right spot, and he's doing it for
yes,
the right thing, like for the right reasons, like like
yes.
this is
And that's
just
why,
what like my mantra. This is like also new mantra. Like you give to the world and to the universe what you want to receive, right? and
yep.
and this kid is like the embodiment of that mantra.
And that's why I
Like,
went to him to have the design, the item or merchandise made. And I have also told Decentraland Marketing that, because they said something about doing a swag shop, but who knows? I said I request that they at least allow him to be one of the people to bid, or however that's going to play out, to make sure that he is one of them that gets a chance to
of course, of
be the
course.
one to do it. And the hats are fucking phenomenal. They're
Here's
embroidered.
the thing is this. Look, I gotta
Yeah.
tell you something, and this is gonna sound weird. And this is coming from a person who really appreciates what he's doing. You know, this is like for real. But as a user, not as a person, as a user, I always question stuff. So let's assume for a second. Let's say he is not a kid. Even if he's not a kid, what he's doing, it's 100% in the right spot, right? Like
Yep.
even if it's a marketing stunt, you know, it's well placed. And this is why I wanted to say this. Like um, a lot of people don't really understand the fact that Web3 allows many users, like in this case, not really simple, not really you, not really me, because we kind of have seen each other faces and stuff. so it doesn't really apply to us. You know, there's a lot of anonymity involved, and there's a lot of people creating like alternate personas just to deliver whatever it is that they're doing, right? Like their digital self. So even if it's a digital self, like the actions, they are very well placed, and what is backing them up is also very well placed. Like, you know, there is coherence in what he does, what he says, every step of the way. That is very weird overall in Web3. Now, if this is a kid, which I hope he is, because this is Pixelius, like I am his fan. Like, fuck yeah, like he's the one, like he's the chosen one, because what he's doing, he has like a shitload of projects, Web3 related. You know,
Yeah, he's awesome.
oh, he's an awesome kid. He's an awesome kid,
I'm very
and
happy and fortunate to have met him. So
dude, like I am glad that you are one of the people who encourage him. I was so happy to see that you like
thank
encourage
you.
the crypto thing, because he did the Cyclopod merge because, you know, I don't know if you like, I'm pretty sure you know the story, but Cyclopod did the hat for him, and he did it for free because he liked the kid. He's fucking awesome, to be honest. And so it like overall it's been like a collaboration ride with him. But everything he does is backed up by his speech. You know, he says like, I'm doing this for these reasons. Then he goes and does that and exceeds. You know,
Nice.
like he goes
I
above and beyond, and that's weird. Like that's and awesome.
that's just the way he is. It's not weird.
Yeah.
uh,
No, like usually that's what I'm talking about. Like this kid is the real thing. That's why I'm mentioning it. Like the pineapple paws, the crypto lid, like everything this kid is doing. This is something we should all support, because it is all built on under this like this good path. You know, like what he's doing, everything he's doing is well done. It has a good intention. It's worth supporting.
So
This is
I
what
also brought in my Niling, and here's my dog Jada. Some of you may recognize her. She's been in Hyperfi as a avatar as well. She's currently also sitting. She's also sitting in Nifty Island and in Spatial somewhere.
let's see.
And then I have these. I have a fish. And if you want a cigar, you can grab a cigar. I thought I had stuff in here. All right, I'll hurry up here. Down. There we go.
I was trying to figure out how to get out, but I'm back. I'm going towards towards the puppy.
All right. Well, and here's the here's my Kid Called Beast going on stuff. Beat Street. Shows from Shelly Van in the True Van Room on Saturdays. Because I did a tweet about that if you're looking for somewhere to display them, this is a great place to do so.
Yep, exactly. And you're right. It is kind of like spatial vibes, but in all honesty, I like personally, on a personal level, I like this better. The sloth people scare me.
The who?
The sloth people. You know how
What
like
sloth people?
you know how the Ready Player Me avatars have these like long ass arms and legs, and then like their torsos like sits up high. I call them the sloth people.
Ew. Yeah, that would be creepy. I thought you were talking like the Slee Stacks from what was that show? When they go back in time to the Land of the Lost.
Okay, yeah. No.
This is why I need people to use my link and sign up. I need to have 2 friends create a station, and then I can unlock this door and see what's inside.
Oh, okay, that's cool. So the extensions to like how your world is are like can come from people signing up as well as like you using the platform and building the platform as well.
Yes, because there's one over here too that is, it's coming soon. Something about going to the moon. Travel to the moon and complete the mission to unlock this door. Soon.
Okay. When are we traveling to the moon?
I don't know. They're not telling us. Oh, and here's my DCL names.
Oh, you have a whole room full of DCL names.
Not as many as you would, I'm sure, but yeah, I've accumulated a few.
I would have
So-
2 rooms.
So, and then this is the exit. And I'll show you one more thing because it's fun to go visit other people.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just random station it. And away we go.
Station is loaded. Welcome.
I love the little the transporter portal. Oh, and here's the shop.
Store.
You just hit B and it'll take you. And these here you can get for free by just basically creating your station, giving it a name, adding some things. And you can have these. And here, these parts you can get for just, you go out and collect space scraps.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I never noticed that up above there.
That's cool.
And then these are the ones for sale. Relatively cheap. As I said, I got a little carried away with mine. I got a whole crap ton. This guy tripped me out too. He just follows you around and stares at you.
He's got long arms.
Hey, oh, yep, and look at those eyes. Okay, we're out of there.
We're outie. That's Ghost Woo that you just visited.
I guess so.
That's a pretty cool platform. Like, pretty cool that you kind of got into it and, just jumped right into building and seeing what you could do on it, playing around with it, deploying your assets.
I owe it to either Drip or Rustan because I saw it on one of their Twitters and I was disappointed they didn't let me know about it. Nobody lets me know about these. I keep running into Ryuk.
Metaryuk on
yeah. Different discords of different platforms. I'm like, you never told me. Why didn't you tell me about this? That I've shared my spreadsheet, but people don't share theirs, which is fine. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it could even be like, okay, I'm gonna take the risk to try this metaverse platform, and then they don't want anyone else to possibly take the risk with them, because if they did, maybe like they would get blamed for referring someone to somewhere that wasn't good or whatever it may be.
Well, I've had like CK or Canessa say they tell me to be safe because they get a little bit worried when they hear me go check looking, because
Yep.
I kind of have a list of questionable ones that here on the side that I've been to, but I don't know if they'll play out or not.
Well, yeah, like once again, be safe. If Kanessa and CK haven't said it enough, I will add one more in there. Be safe.
But this
Chronoverse.
Chronoverse, this is the one on Chronos, but I'd have to do a no download to go see it. So, but it's interesting. It's very interesting, and it's fun meeting the new people.
Almost.
It's kind of like
from the image, I'm
it's
getting
kinda
like a Mona vibe from it.
well. The weird thing is, it's really small. But I played. They have a game inside it called The Purge, and you get these alien guys come in and start attacking. And it was actually kind of fun to play. And I'm not one of those type of game players. But it ran really smooth. It's a step closer to probably what gamers are looking for. Whereas the Unreal Kingdom, which if it pans out, is definitely what they're looking for. As far as the metaverse.
Yeah. Okay.
But we'll see. They say the metaverse is. I'm hearing more and more people talk about it now, especially because of Nifty Island, probably.
When the metaverse is gonna be huge. I'm telling you.
It is
huge.
And one day it's gonna be the metaverse, not the metaverse is.
Exactly. Matt, looks like, did we lose Pixelia? Oh no, I was gonna pass it over to Pixelia so we can chat about Ant Radio, but I guess they jumped away. Maybe give them a couple minutes in case they're around, like hearing us now, and
he's got a new season coming up, evidently. So.
New season, Ant Radio coming through. I believe I was interviewed in either season 1 or 2, and I enjoyed the interview. How he highlights the kind of like the how they put it together. Where it's like there's like a live music section to the show, and then it goes into like interviews, and then back into like either more music or whatever highlight reels or other stuff they want to like highlight. It's definitely a very good concept, and it's fun to be part of. Can't wait till you have your interview.
Brandon Manis did it recently, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
And then DCL Curations wasn't too long ago as well.
Yep.
So be sure to check out Ant. How'd you call it?
Ant Radio.
Ant Radio on YouTube with Pixelia.
Yeah, big love to Pixelia. I'm happy that he jumped up here and talked to us a little bit. It's been a while since I heard from him.
I'm glad he did too, because I've never talked to him or Cyclopa or any of them about Ardent either, even though I knew we both kind of knew him. But that was cool to hear him talk about him too. So
yeah.
So cryptolids.com, and you can your keyword is metaverse, and you'll find the design by Rustan. Everybody loves a Rustan. T-shirt, hoodie, coffee mug, and the proceeds are going. Portion of them are. I'm working on putting together possibly a fund to help creators pay their wearable submission fees.
Okay. So right here, I am screen sharing. You said cryptolids.com, correct?
Correct.
It's a pretty dope website.
Yep, that's it.
This is a dope website, dude. What?
That's it right there. Yep, 100%.
Yo, what? I need to meet this individual.
Yeah, you need to have him on your show.
Yes, I would love to. I would love to. I mean, he is like you were mentioning, he's a young kid, 16 years old. He literally is the next generation of this space. And he's early, like, he's chilling with the big dogs as like.
He he told me how he told me this. I got to read this story of how Ardent Real came to be, and he was at a skate park. He had some was skating, and there was another kid there that was showing him some tricks, and they got to talking, and he comes to find out that the reason one of the main reason the kid is there at the skate park is the other one is because he's there to escape an abusive home. Mm-hmm. And this is where it chokes me up.
Yeah. That's rough.
He gave that kid his basically brand new skate equipment that he had on him. He gave it to that kid, and then he went home and talked to his dad, who's in sports, and this was born. And they do some proceeds to help kids who can't afford skate equipment get some.
Wow. So what a story.
Yes, and then it wasn't until sometime later after the interview I talked with him some more, and that's when I found out he was like 14, 15 years old at that time.
Jeez.
And that
mind blown, huh?
Oh, yes. Never had it blown that much in my life. I was like, whoa. So, and I know To the Moon bought a hat and got a real one. Clyde Rouge bought a couple.
Nice.
So I know of at least a couple people. And Lovely 17 has a Ardent Real hat, and I have a couple plus my EX hat right there. That's mine.
Yep, I see. And then Cyclopa over here. What? Huh.
Yep. And I just had him. He just added the hoodie, the water bottle, and the coffee mug like a day or two ago. So
that's so dope. Definitely need to connect with him. Who knows? Maybe we could even see some Mew in there one day. If I'm cool enough, of course. I got to be vetted first.
I bet you he'd work with you. Yeah. If you're going to the summit, the Decentraland, make sure you pick up a Decentraland shirt off there. And I will just say this: I was on a waiting list, but room opened up, so I was invited.
Nice.
I know there's some controversy behind it, which I get and I understand. I definitely do. So, but hopefully some good comes from it.
Oh, the controversy. I mean, not to get into it too much, but let's just say that the loudest dogs are the ones that are the sketchiest. So, yeah.
I want to say one person who would be a big opponent against it gave me their blessing, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
they said it's I wasn't one of the initials, and it's maybe some good can come out of it, being I get to go, and I do hope that happens.
Yeah, I mean,
so,
if there is anyone that needs to be invited to the summit, it's going to be individuals like you, One Exist, that have put in so many hours on this platform and have helped so many people, have tried to bring so many things to this platform. Like, yeah, it's like a no-brainer that you should be one of the ones that should go. So I'm happy that
there's a lot of people I think should go too. I don't know who if they applied, so there is that too. I don't know how many total people applied and how many get to go either. So But
One exists. Do you see my screen? This Synergy hoodie it, like has me. I want one for some reason.
what is it?
I don't know. I've been looking. Oh, it's a windbreaker. Okay, it's a woman's windbreaker. I'll have to find men's version.
Oh, so it must be clear material and then purple print on it.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what that is?
Maybe. I think like windbreakers could still be like white. Let's see. He's wearing it right here, so it looks white.
Okay.
Yeah, with, but the other one just had purple print on
The other
it.
one was purple.
Yeah, they're pretty. Oops.
Well, maybe you could get one. Maybe you can get the one like the other one, except for it says Mew all over it. I don't know what it says on that one.
Synergy with the Synergy logo. Yeah,
Mew.
I mean,
Purple Mew.
I've had design ideas. Like I have design ideas for what my hoodie or my whatever merch will look like once it's time. Once the liquidity is there. Um, yeah, I definitely would love to connect with them sometime. I've been
We'll make
looking
it
for
happen.
the Decentraland shirt. Do you know if it's listed yet or posted on the website?
Yeah, no, it should have been. I swear you saw it. Did you typed in? It should have been up there with my stuff. There's the hoodie
Okay.
right there. The left. That's the hoodie.
Oh, welcome to Decentraland. One exists right here. That's so cool.
The shirt should be there too.
I love these designed like this hoodie style. Good choice.
Yeah, it's got some nice color choices too.
Good choice. I don't know. I there's something about like just snug arms and like kind of waist on a hoodie for me. Like I'm a sucker. Comfy. All right, you've mentioned the shirt could be around here as well.
Yeah, it
Kimbo.
should have been. Did you clicked keyword metaverse? It should be just
Oh,
our.
keyword metaverse. Okay.
That should hold. That metaverse should have all of it right there. The Rustan Designs, My Hat, and Cyclopa, all right
Okay,
there.
right
There we
here.
go.
The mug.
Yep,
You
there's
have
the
the you have that's cool. You have a water bottle. That's cool.
Well, it's the Decentraland, but he put my EX on there for him.
I see. Comes different colors as well. That's the front. Okay. Back is clear. Got the EX. Your EX logo is pretty appealing, like visually appealing. It's a good addition
Thank you.
to the merch. All right.
And you see designed by Rustan.
Yep. Designed by Rustan. One existence. This is sick. 30. Nice. Well, let's see. We've been going for about an hour 15. I think might be a good time to start closing down. What's up, One Exist?
What time's Rue?
Well, right after this. So,
Nope.
as soon as we finish up here, we will get RuPaul's Drag Race streaming at the Dollhouse.
Alrighty.
No. So I'll pass it over to Jay. Do you have any final thoughts or anything you would like to, any words you would like to leave everyone with?
Just thank you for having me up here again. You have a great show as usual, and yeah, thank you everybody in Decentraland for just being you guys. It's that's it. I don't have anything else to say besides thank you. Everyone's super cool here. I appreciate everyone in the space, and let's grow, man.
Let's go. Thank you for coming up and chatting it up a little bit with me. It's been nice catching up, and definitely looking forward to whether if it's Bucktown Chile that comes, or Valentina and Alfredo's next fight, or yeah, any new fighters that you may be sponsoring. Like I'm definitely looking forward to seeing them and hopefully connecting with them.
And
Yeah,
get
man,
your
sounds good.
Bucktown gloves and robes in the Decentraland Marketplace.
Yes, what existence. Yes.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Thanks for shouting us out. I appreciate all you guys and everybody that, grabbed a Loves and Fighters robe or boxing gloves or one of our wearables, we really appreciate it. That goes back to our program, and everything helps. It goes back to our program, and just like I said before, everything will now go back to Bucktown, Chile, if we get that up and going. And same thing happens in the real world. Thank you for the T-shirt purchases and the donations, and thank you for grabbing a wearable because it all goes to the same place. It all goes to the heart of Bucktown.
I'm definitely getting a robe. Those robes look nice.
Oh man, you don't know what like the feeling, I got a good feeling from like, receiving the robe and gloves and then like putting them on one day and then like just getting so many DMs like, "Yo, where'd you get that? I want one." you know? I was like, "Hey,
Awesome.
check out Bucktown." But
Awesome.
but yeah, anyone
Yeah, and we have IRL shirts too for lovers and fighters. It's kind of like we have physical shirts and digital wearables to try to bring it to both worlds. So anyway we could do that, bring both worlds
And
together. That's what I'm always trying to do.
and where do they have to be if they want to make a haircut appointment?
Las Vegas. That's
All
the
right.
physical world. I'm working. Yeah, I live in Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Maybe
Well,
I could do. Maybe I should do like I don't know, like have a fade lesson one day up on stage or something. I don't know, teach people how to do fades or something.
I'm
That's what
down.
brought me to the Central Land the first time. I first brought like hair pieces in, and that's how I met you and Vanessa. Like, and
Mhm.
it's like, oh my god, I bought that like 2 years ago. So the
Yep.
first thing I brought into the Central Land was were the wig pieces. So that's pretty funny. Full circle.
Canessa loves
Yeah,
this right here. I
yeah,
have it
that
pulled
one. That's
up.
it. Yeah,
That is awesome. So
there
you
you go.
you brought this into Decentraland kind of way before we were all like kind of hanging. Yeah, I mean, I see April 2022. Yeah, and we started like vibing like around 2023, mid 2023, maybe August around
Hmm.
there. Bro,
Yep. Yeah.
that's dope. And I remember Canessa's reaction, like whenever she started seeing your name come around. I remember her saying like, "Hey Jay, I think I bought a wearable off of you. Hold up," and then like goes to look and then puts on the hair, and she's like, "This is my favorite hair."
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, that's that. That really connected us there. That made me. I don't know. It's cool to see someone wearing. We randomly talking, and we're on the show on your central, what is it, the CBD space, and then mid talk, she's like, wait a minute, I know you. I'm like, oh shit. So it's really, I love when things like that happen.
Most definitely. Definitely an awesome moment. I remember that too. And yeah, for anyone, check out bucktown.org / Bucktown Streetwear. And get yourself a hoodie, jacket, some shorts, whatever you see that you may like. As Jay mentioned, all proceedings will go to the same place, which is the Bucktown MMA program, to help to help younger kids get into MMA and let Jay continue doing his life's work.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate the share. Appreciate the platform. Appreciate all you guys.
Most definitely, Jay, and really appreciate you coming up here. I mean, you gave us a little bit of conversation, despite the hiccup that we had earlier.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
problem, man.
like tell us since the last time you met with Sinful too.
I'm sorry. Say it again, existence.
You had some great updates.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm always working, always trying to do something. Just constantly building. So
My dog.
constantly building, and I can't wait to have the Bucktown build in the Central End as well. So that's getting worked on at the moment as well. So once that happens, I don't know. We'll see what happens after that. I know. I know they were talking about in the chat, having footage of some of the fighters we sponsor training. I think that's definitely something we would want to do as well, just to get an inner look of what these fighters are about, and people can connect to them that way too. So I'm excited to try to bring that to Decentraland as well.
And you did the big pay-per-view fight that was in Decentraland, right? Is that correct?
No.
Okay. I came across the build last year.
Oh, I believe that was Michael K.
That was who?
Michael K.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, the wild card guy, right? Not wild card.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
Wild card.
Wild
Yeah,
card,
yeah, wild card.
Very,
Make sure to get
That's
wild
right.
card, everybody.
Right, that's right. Okay.
and
If you get a chance, check that build out. It's pretty cool. If it's still up.
Okay.
well, thank you, Jay, for being here. You are an awesome human being, and I really appreciate your time this evening.
Thank you.
And I'll pass it over
I
to
appreciate all of you.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying I appreciate all of you. I overthink and over appreciate all the time. But it's real, and I constantly will thank you because you guys are all amazing. I love you all.
Hey, love you back. And I'll pass the mic over to One Existence for any final thoughts, anything you would like to leave us with tonight.
The word I've heard ever since I've come into Decentraland, the Web3, Twitter Spaces, has always been community. And that's I think people need to, at like Nifty Island, collab together. It's come about with the music industry. People come in as individuals to play their music, but the ones that are getting, I think, more attention are collabing with each other. I mean, we're all in this together. Help each other out, keep each other safe out there as well. Wallet guard, alert others when you come across a possible scammer. But yeah, be safe, be well, and be you.
Thank you, One Exist, and amazing words for finishing up tonight's Beyond the NFT. So really appreciate you coming up as well, and thank you for not leaving me hanging. Without you, One Exist, maybe this probably would have been like a 30-minute episode, and we'd be watching RuPaul right now.
Well, we can get to RuPaul whenever.
So yeah, everyone.
Down there, I see CK waiting down there. So.
CK is ready for this. So to everyone at DollHouse, please stand by, and we will get RuPaul's Drag Race streaming here shortly. I just need to close down all streaming platforms and whatnot, and we'll get the ball rolling. Thank you, everyone, and take care, and see you all next week. Love you all.
Do you move rooms?